So he was so close to joining Liverpool on transfer deadline day. Then Steve Parish and Glasner decided to pull the plug. Obviously, Glasner threatened to leave Crystal Palace and whatnot, and Guehi didn't become a Liverpool player. Fast forward to 5 months later, January. As we speak, Guehi is pretty much going to become a Manchester City player, and Glasner is going to leave Crystal Palace. The way we was umming and ahhing over the summer for 5 million, waited too long to get the deal done. And then now, when the player and the manager was open for Marc Guehi to leave, we decided not to pursue because we didn't feel like it didn't make any sense to pay whatever it took to pay to get him when you could get him on a free. But apparently, he's leaving to join Manchester City for 20 million plus bonuses and sell-on fee, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I know people are going to try to spin it. They're trying to use the copium gimmick and whatnot. But for me, that is poor. That is poor. Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, you have indeed messed this one up big time. Whatever the reason is, we don't know if Arne Slott's going to be manager until the end of the season. We don't know if Arne Slott's will be manager of Liverpool next season. Whatever the reasoning is, it's poor. And regardless, let's say we didn't pursue because of the managerial situation. Regardless, though, Arne Slot is a head coach. He's not the manager. Richard Hughes, he's the one that deals with the transfers, if I'm not mistaken. And Michael Edwards is the higher up. He's the head of everything. You understand? And obviously, you got the owners, FSG. But my thing is this, though. Regardless on who the manager is, who's the head coach is, Marc Guehi will definitely flourish under any manager. He's a very good centre-back. One of the best centre-backs in the league, Premier League, proven. Best centre-back for England. Captain Crystal Palace to the FA Cup glory last season. It was a no-brainer. When the transfer broke down, I was deflated. And now he's joining Manchester City to help with their title charge, potentially go after the Champions League. It's poor. And people are going to be talking about Manchester City in terms of Pep spending his way out of trouble. Regardless, though, they got injuries, serious injuries to Gvardiol and Diaz. They activated and they saw a problem and they went to address it ASAP. Gomez, obviously, short-term and long-term, we're in problems in terms of centre-backs because Gomez is injury-prone. Konate hasn't had the best of the season and he's leaving at the end of the season, in my opinion. Van Dijk is 34 years of age and Leone's out for the season. And let's just say fast forward to long-term now. Gomez, injury-prone, like I said. Konate, like I say, he's going to be leaving. You have a lot of work to do in the centre-back department over the summer, you understand? And getting Guehi this month would have actually helped us a lot. Not just for the long term, but also for the short term to try to rescue our season. Because now we're in danger of our season unraveling very badly because Champions League places is up for grabs. FA Cup, we're still in the FA Cup and we're still in the Champions League, you understand? Getting in Guehi would have, obviously, you wouldn't have solved everything, but it would have helped us a lot, in my opinion, to go after the targets that we want to achieve by the time the season ends. And unfortunately, we haven't done neither of that. We haven't spent anything in January. We're not signing a player in January, and it looks like our season can go downhill. So now, if we get injury in the defensive department, we could be screwed. We might see Gravenberch play centre back. We might see Endo play centre back. We might see Robertson play centre back. You get it? That is poor, man. It's very, very poor. Messed it up big time. 40% goes to the board members, 40% goes to Arne Slot, and 20% goes on to the players to how the season has played out so far. 100%. I was diverting more blame to Arne Slot, but now thinking about it, the board members are just as culpable, in my opinion. Just as culpable as Arne Slot, because they've done this before. When Jurgen Klopp was screaming for a centre-back, he never got a centre-back that he wanted. He got Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies, who never played for the club. That was poor. But because of Klopp dropped the stubbornness and played Reece Williams and Nat Phillips as centre-back, put the midfielders that was playing centre-back, Fabinho Henderson, back in their favourite position, went on a good run and eventually qualified for the Champions League, finishing third. Yes, we didn't win a trophy, but injuries really, really messed up that season. But Jurgen Klopp wanted a centre-back, they didn't give him the centre-back he wanted. So this is not the first time that the board members have done that. It's not the first time. And it looks like it's happening again. Now, this is different because they backed Arne Slot over the summer and Arne Slot couldn't get the best out of the players that he has at the moment. You understand? So if people are going to defend the board members and the owners for why they're not splashing out in January, given that they splashed out a lot over the summer, he hasn't been able to get the best out of the players, Arne Slot, I hear it from that department. But also, I'm thinking from a club aspect, this should be a club signing. Like, generally, getting Champions League football is essential. You don't. You know what it is? Winning trophies is definitely essential for a club like Liverpool, but you're not gonna win every trophy every season. You're not gonna win trophies like every season like that. You're gonna have phases where you go a season without a trophy. I understand that, innit? But the season that we actually promised so much, the season that promised so much, in my humble opinion, has not played out the way that any of us would have imagined. Hasn't played out like that. This was the perfect time, January. Notorious. We actually done very good business in January over the years. Like, for what? Way back. Way back. I think Javier Mascherano, Luis Suarez, Felipe Coutinho, Virgil van Dijk, Luis Diaz, even Cody Gakpo, Premier League winner. We've actually done some decent business. Very good business. Some of our most iconic signings in the Premier League era for us, as some of them, most of it has come in January, in my humble opinion. So it's not like we don't go out and get players in January like that if the opportunity arrives, because we do. This time though, I don't know how we didn't see the opportunity. I don't know how we didn't see the opportunity. I am absolutely furious. Absolutely furious because the player was open to leaving. The manager is leaving Crystal Palace at the end of the season. He's probably going to Manchester United. He'll probably go to Manchester United. But I just feel like he had to seize the opportunity. It's no point waiting until there's something to get him on the free if he's available for just 20 million. It doesn't make sense. Obviously, free is better than 20 million, but 20 million is still a bargain for a player of that caliber. Should have made the move. Should have made the move 100%. And it's poor. It is very, very naive. It's clumsy. It's clumsy. I don't really want to swear like that, but the board members really, really fucked it up this time. Fucked it up big time. Obviously, I don't even know who we linked to in terms of the defensive department for the summer. I believe we need 3 centre-backs, but I believe the most we'll get is 2 centre-backs, you understand? Van Dijk will be entering his last year of his contract, and as well as Leon is coming back from a long-term injury. Manchester City, they're just, you know, they're showing ambition, you know, like they see the problems, they address it ASAP. They're not wasting any time. They don't want their season to unravel very quickly, and they're making sure that that does not happen. As for us, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing anything to rescue what has been a very difficult season for so many reasons. I don't know, man. It's poor. It's very poor. All I have to say is F Glasner all day, every day. Cry baby. F Steve Parish. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards. Messed up big time. As for Arne Slot, I don't know, man. It's peak. It's very peak. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Get me to 300 subscribers. I really appreciate that. What's your thoughts on Marc Guehi going to Manchester City? Did Liverpool messed it up? Should Liverpool made the move in January? Let me know your thoughts, man. Until then, I'm out. Peace.